Morning, good people. This is Lee Craft, the host of The What If podcast. Today's show is people tell you who they ain't before they tell you who they are. I know you're probably saying, Lee Craft, where do you get these topics from, Lee Craft? I'm just telling you about life lessons. People always tell you who they ain't before they tell you who they are. I'm going to give you some good examples. But before we get started, if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com or go to Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, or Instagram. Look for the animated black man with white beard, smiling and profiling, and finally realizing that everybody's trying to size me up. Why? Look, people tell you who they ain't, right? I got this partner of mine, right, who I went to school with, right? And he told me he was a mechanic, right? The man worked on my car, right? You know, I think I had what was it? I forgot what it was. But anyway, though, it's something to do with my tie-in or whatever it was. I can't think of what it is. I got a brain freeze. But anyway, though, when you put it on, I had to go to the dealership. Hey, I know it ain't funny. We got to spend your own money. But that's how people do, though. They tell you who they ain't before they tell you who they are. But even though I knew them, I guess I didn't really know them like I thought I knew them. You know, but go back to interviews. For those of you who have done the interview, people come in the interview, they're gonna try to put their best foot forward. Sometimes they tell some things that they shouldn't have said. Because when you get on the job, everything you said you didn't know, and they're gonna be like, damn, did I fall for that? Yeah, they tell you who they ain't before they tell you who they are. Now, sometimes everybody not that way. I know it's a Lee Craft. No, that ain't true. Everybody not deceiving. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times they are. But you got to be able to read them. It comes from having experience, right? You know, like when you go around somebody and say, "Hey, are you hungry?" No, I'm good, crap, man. I've been eating all day. What's that noise? Sometimes people are ashamed to say what they really need. But if you who you are, you accept them for who they might be. but hey, look. I know y'all said, Lee Craft, you be tripping. No, if I'm tripping, I ain't fell down yet. So I'm not tripping because I'm not slipping. But this is the thing, though, good people. This is the thing. Look, we all know somebody who gave a first impression. You said, man, that guy ain't nothing like what he said he was. You know, or he a 360. He no 180. You know, he don't total opposite what he said. No, I did say right. No, he's a 180. He's the opposite of what he said. Yeah, that's a 180. Yeah, that's 180. But this thing of people, look. I know sometimes you say my topics don't fit the daily agenda, but they actually do, because I'm pretty sure you came across somebody that told you one thing, come find out they was something totally different. You know, like a murderer, I'm not gonna tell you that they're a murderer, right? I'm just saying from the ID channels that I watch, a pedophile, I'm gonna tell you they're a pedophile, right? But they have certain signs. But if you're not paying attention to those signs, you're gonna miss all them signs. You know, the devil, I'm gonna tell you he's the devil, right? But you know God, you're gonna spot him from off the top, right? But be mindful. No matter what you're going through, I can guarantee you one thing, that it's going to be okay as long as you make God a part of life. That's the what if guarantee. What if? What if you add God to your diet? I guarantee you, you're going to see people for who they are. I guarantee you that. Look. I know you probably said, Lee Craft, did you ever do that kind of stuff? I probably did. You know, didn't realize what I was doing. But I didn't do it intentionally. You know, yeah, I probably said I had a house size of an ocean. Hey, look, people say you gotta fake it till you make it. I couldn't even fake that. But no, this is the thing, people. We all did some things, said some things, and knowing that that's not us. You know, we all have. But as long as you don't bring harm to nobody, I guess it's cool, right? You know, but me, I'm just going through the motions. I don't think I did anything to anybody on purpose. I don't believe I did. You know, I didn't try to say something to give me a leverage over certain things. You know, I never did that. And that's sometimes your problem. Sometimes you can be too honest. How can you be too honest, Craft? Shoot, man, look here, man. You can be too honest. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's another topic for another day, right? So, like I said, if you don't want to agree, I totally understand. But you have to agree to this, right? Though people do tell you who they ain't before they tell you who they are, because I know plenty of y'all probably did the same exact things as other folks. You know, somebody told me, "Hey, Craft, man, I know how to drive." Man, put the car in reverse and backed up through the neighbor's yard. That's not a drive. I'm just saying. Look, it's fun Tuesday, right? Let's have a little fun today, right? Let's have a little fun. That's all I want to do, get your mind from here to over here. So you have a wonderful day. That's basically what my show is about today, this morning. You know, because like I said though, I'm just having fun with some true subjects. Because you know a lot of people that tell you who they ain't for, they tell you who they are. You got some preachers, you know, that actually, how can I say this without hurting somebody's feeling? They can't preach. They should have been there preaching. They should have been there something else. You know, so you gotta be able to, I guess, to reach before you teach. I don't know. I don't know. I apologize to the preachers who are trying to get God's word out there, and you know, and sometimes it's not your calling, you know, and we don't want to hurt nobody from feel that something is a calling, and you don't want them, you don't want to disencourage, you don't want to discourage anybody. I haven't said disencourage. You don't want to discourage anybody from doing something that they were meant to do, but sometimes that wasn't for you to do. Look, if you can't tell I'm sleeping, I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I'm tired. But no, this is the thing, people. I am tired of, I don't know. What am I tired of? Am I tired of being truthful? I shouldn't be, because that's gonna get me to heaven. Some people say there is no heaven. So I guess they're going straight to hell. Look, today's just a fun day. Like I said, I'm just thanking God for knowing who I am. You know, because like I said, I don't think I told nobody who I ain't before I told them who I was. So, but for those who know me, they know me. Lee Craft is a good dude. His name is all about goodness. Treat people right, even when they treat them wrong. So, like I said, people. So, like I said, if my children always tell me that, Daddy, you're not a good storyteller, and like I said, I can't argue with that, because they are on point a lot of times. But I do know one thing: what comes from the heart reaches the heart. So, like I said, people tell you who they ain't for, they tell you who they are. That's just my topic for this morning. So, if you enjoyed it, thank you. If you didn't enjoy it, hey, send me a comment. Let me know what I can do to make it better. So, with that being said, this is Lee Craft. This is my podcast. What if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band, one sound. Together, we got an opportunity to turn the whole world around. But in order to have a real conversation, you got to have real people. If you want to have a real conversation, have a blessed day. And please find time and make time to tell God, thank you. Hey, I'm telling you who I ain't before I tell you who I am. If I am, I ain't. I guess I mean I can't. Stay blessed.